I hope you're having a great day. And thank you for tuning into Kids Church this early. And I know Kids Church helps me remember the scriptures and the Bible verses that we're learning when we're anxious. So thank you for coming in this early. And I'll see you soon. Bye.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us whole and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. Make us whole and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Trusting in you. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you.
Hola amigos, it's Carlitos, the Be Brave Monkey. One day when I was in school, a group of kids started making fun of me and picking on me. They laughed at me and said I didn't look like all the other kids in the school because I was hairy and tiny and I had a funny ear. That day after school, I went straight to my room and wouldn't come out. I wasn't feeling very good about myself and started to think that maybe God made a mistake when He made me. But when my big sister heard me crying, she came in my room to cheer me up. When I told her what happened that day, she told me, Carlitos, it doesn't matter how big you are on the outside, it matters how big your heart is on the inside. And I know God has given you a very big heart. Then she showed me this Bible verse. It's in Ephesians 2:10. For we are God's masterpiece. He has created us anew in Christ Jesus, so we can do the good things He planned for us long ago. After that, she said, now go use that big heart of yours and do the good things God planned for you to do. The more you do good things for others, the less you will feel bad about yourself. So I asked God to help me do good things for other people with my big heart. And you know something, amigos? He did. God even helped me to do good things for some of the same kids that used to make fun of me. And now they are my friends. How cool is that? So, amigos, don't worry about how you look on the outside. God doesn't make mistakes. Instead, be who God created you to be on the inside. Then you will start feeling better about yourself. Adios, amigos. See you next time.
Would you do service for Jesus, your King? There's power in the blood, power in the blood. Would you live daily His praises to sing? There's wonderful power in the blood. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lamb. Would you do service for Jesus, your King? There's power in the blood, power in the blood. Would you live daily His praises to sing? There's wonderful power in the blood. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lamb. Oh, there is power, power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lamb.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another Bible story. I'm so excited to see you guys again this week. So today we are actually going to be discussing a story about Nicodemus and Jesus. So I'm really excited to share with you guys today. Now, how much do you guys know about Nicodemus? What do you think he did in the Bible? Let's think about that.
Nicodemus was a Pharisee. A Pharisee is someone who doesn't necessarily follow Jesus' law, but other laws.
Now that you've met my friend Nicodemus, he was a ruler of the Jewish people. He thought that he had to do everything perfectly for God to love him completely. That's tough, but we know that no one is perfect. And we don't always obey at times, huh? Sometimes maybe if mom or dad says, hey, it's time to go to bed, we can't play anymore, it can be so hard to stop and listen, right? But we're super lucky because we have Jesus to help us.
Nicodemus wanted to learn more about Jesus, but because he was a Pharisee, he had to make sure that no one saw him in broad daylight. He had to find Jesus at night. Nicodemus had a lot of questions for Jesus, many about who Jesus himself was in his teachings. Jesus explained it all to him. That very night, he told Nicodemus about God's kingdom and being baptized to be born again. Nicodemus was very confused, but Jesus told him he must have faith that Jesus is the Messiah. Jesus came to save the world. Nicodemus learned about God's love and eternal life.
Jesus has taught us about God's love in many aspects of our life.
God's love allows us to love others, like maybe our brother and our sister.
God's love has taught us to even maybe be gentle with things that are smaller than us. God's love has taught us how to learn and listen to Jesus. And that's so amazing, right? So We can be like Nicodemus. We can want to learn about Jesus, learn about God, learn about the Bible, maybe become baptized, and be part of his eternal kingdom. That would be so awesome, right?
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
It will be amazing.
Well, that's it for the Bible lesson this week. We are so happy to have joined you again, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Hi everybody, welcome back to our craft time. Today we're doing a little bit something different, but first I'd like to introduce who we have today. Who do we have today? Alexa and Mia. So we are super excited to have you guys here. So we just learned about Nicodemus and Jesus. One thing I realized about Nicodemus is that even though he knew a lot, he still had a lot of questions. So for today we're going to do a little something different. We're gonna make cookies. Mia, have you ever made a cookie?
Yeah.
A long time ago when you were 5. Alexa, have you ever made cookies? Yes. How many times have you made cookies? Multiple times. Well, I've made cookies a lot. But here's the thing. I always still have questions on how to make cookies. So we got ourselves our recipe
On the back of the chocolate chip cookie.
on the back of the chocolate chip cookie bag. Okay, my friends, let me show you what we are going to need for today. Now, it might be different for you, which is okay because this is the bag I'm using, which gives me a recipe. If you get a different kind of bag, it might give you a different recipe, and that is totally okay. You make your cookies. Okay.
For our recipe, we're going to need eggs, flour, vanilla, sugar, light brown sugar, baking soda, salt, baking powder, some butter, and some chocolates.
Okay, now that I showed you what we need, let's get started. Here you go, Alexa.
The first thing you're going to need to do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit.
Done.
And then, Mia, can you grab the flour and put it in the bowl? This one?
Yeah, go ahead and grab it.
Oh my gosh, a ton.
And be sure, parents or kids, that we have our parents' help. You ready?
Oh gosh, this is
Snow.
And now you're going to add the salt.
Okay. Now grab the salt, Mia. This one. Yeah, put it in there.
And the baking soda, which is the white one. And then now you're going to mix it.
There you go. Mix it really slow, okay?
And then, I think, was it another bowl or just the same bowl?
Well, let's see. Alexa asked a question, so it's always good to ask more questions, right? Okay, and we're gonna set this aside. So after Mia finishes doing that, we're gonna set it aside. Now we're gonna get another bowl, and we are going to combine the brown sugar and the granulated sugar. And we need to soften our butter. And here's our butter. Hey, did you guys know that if your butter is frozen or soft or room temperature, your cookie will always turn out different?
No, I did not.
Isn't that crazy? Let me know what kind of cookies you guys end up making. Okay, now that I have softened the butter, Alexa, go ahead and put that in there. Let's see, she's also going to need vanilla. Good thing we washed our hands. Okay, so now we are going to use this. Now this is going to get really loud. The amazing thing is you guys don't have to listen to it because I will play some music during that time. Okay, now we're gonna add the eggs. I don't think our butter melted that much, but that's okay. We might get some extra fluffy cookies. All right, Alexa's gonna go wash her hands. Now, why don't you guys mix the two? Well, I could put this by the sink.
Okay. So, all of it? I'll mix it, right? Mom, do we add all of it?
Yes.
Oh. Mush, mush, mush. Can I mix it? Now that we have mixed the dough, we're gonna add the chocolate chips.
Mia, would you like to add the chocolate chips?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot?
The whole bag.
Oh gosh. This is it. I want to eat one.
You want to eat one? Go ahead. Is it good? Yeah?
I didn't brush my teeth.
You didn't brush your teeth? That's okay.
I forgot it. And my mom forgot to do that.
Oh my goodness.
That's good.
All right. Okay, for this part, I think it's easy to say we're going to use our hands.
Clean.
Clean hands, right, Miss Mia?
Can I touch it?
You can touch
Let me
it.
mix in the chocolate.
Nope, no more eating.
It's already in the thing.
There you go.
Okay, so we're gonna grab balls. Can I do them? Yeah. That are like this size. And place them on the pan with parchment paper.
Okay, be sure that when you place your cookies that you give them lots of space between them. Otherwise, you're going to have a big, huge cookie sheet, which some might like it. Okay, while the girls go wash their hands, mommies and daddies, we're gonna put this in the oven. Okay, now that we have put them in the oven, we're gonna put a 10-minute timer.
We still have some left, but you can also do that on a different tray.
Okay.
Okay, so now that our 10 minutes is up, we're gonna take the cookies out of the oven.
Yep. And for this part, who does it?
Parents.
Parents. Okay, let me grab them. Hands off the table. Because the thing will be hot. All right, here's our cookies. Yummy. Well, you guys can add that you baked cookies one more time, right? We got to learn a little bit more. But just like Nicodemus, still was willing to learn a lot more from Jesus, even though he knew a lot already. I hope that we can take this lesson to heart and know that even though we have heard stories of Jesus, we are never too old or never too wise to continue to keep learning. Thanks, guys. See you next time. Bye.
Oh, happy day. 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 When Jesus walked, when Jesus walked, when Jesus walked, Jesus walked, when Jesus walked, when Jesus walked, washed my sins away. Oh, happy day. 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 When Jesus walked, when Jesus walked, when Jesus walked, Jesus walked, when Jesus walked, when Jesus walked, he washed my sins away. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. He taught me how to watch and pray. Every day. Watch and pray. And live rejoicing every day. Every day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. When Jesus walked, when Jesus walked, when Jesus walked, Jesus walked, when Jesus walked, when Jesus walked, washed my sins away. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day.
Thanks for joining us this morning for our Kids Kingdom virtual church service. We'll be back next week and hope to see you then. Bye now.